Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we are going to be talking about Celtic. Basically discuss the issues that need to be sorted out come the start of the season, which at the time of recording is around 5 days away, where Celtic do play their first Premiership match against Hearts. But before we do get into the video guys, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more Scottish football content. Okay guys, so over the weekend we've seen Celtic play their last pre-season friendly, that being against West Ham, which ended in a 6-2 defeat. And of course people have their opinions on pre-season friendlies and whether they matter, whether they don't, etc, etc. However, I like to look at pre-seasons towards the end and start to see what you're going to get for the rest of the season, because you really are coming up to speed. And Celtic, remember, in between that pre-season friendly, they played a competitive match against Midtjylland, so should be, on the boil and start, wanting to win games and really showing their style of play. Celtic have a lot of positives that they've shown through pre-season and shown in their competitive matches, and showed their philosophy, etc, etc. However, there's a lot of issues that need to be ironed out come the start of the season, that being on Saturday against Hearts of Midlothian. Before we dive into Celtic's negatives and issues that they need to sort out, in my opinion, if they want to win the league title this year, we'll go through the positives and discuss those. And that is attacking-wise. Attacking-wise, Celtic look pretty good. I mean, the new signing of Lila Barda looks really, really bright from the two games that I've seen him play, and he looks like a bright spark. Really, really fast. And I think that is a really good coup from Celtic so far as Lila Barda. Ryan Christie, a lot of doubts around his future, but he's starting to look a lot better, and whether they can maybe tie him down to a contract, I don't know, but he's looking a lot better than he was under Neil Lennon, firing shots over the stands and stuff like that. He's looking to, show a bit more quality and really is getting involved in that creative department for Celtic. Again, Callum McGregor looks like he's really grown into the captain armband. He's looking really good for Celtic. And the rest of the midfield and the attacking options are really, really good. And there's some positives there, albeit a little bit of doubt around Edouard and what's happening with him. So Celtic might need to strengthen up in that department should he leave, because I don't think Ajeti or Griffiths can be relied upon for a season if Celtic want to win the league. So there are the positives. As I say, I can see Ange Postecoglou's philosophy coming together. It's pretty good attacking size, and it's going to get people excited, etc, etc. And I think he has the personnel for it. But now this is my issues at what Celtic need to address. As I said, the league season starts in around 5 days' time, and the players that they have been fielding for the Midtjylland game, the players that will play the second leg against Midtjylland and in the pre-season friendlies, suggest that Celtic are in trouble if they don't sort these problems out. That being the defence and the goalkeeper. Right, we'll start with the goalkeeper. Barkas and Scott Bain, for that matter, are not good enough to win you a title. We seen Alan McGregor last year, save Rangers maybe about 9 points, and that's the crucial thing about a goalkeeper. If you look about the season before, when Celtic did have a good goalkeeper, that being Fraser Forster, he won a cup final for Celtic in a way. A goalkeeper is crucial, and sometimes you can get away with an average keeper, but Barkas makes so many mistakes. He was at fault for a couple of the goals against West Ham. He was at fault for the goal against Midtjylland. So it's not just a one-off mistake. It's making mistakes on the weekly regular, and that can't happen if Celtic want to compete for a title. And same with Bain. Bain again made a few pretty high profile mistakes in that game against West Ham as well. Not good enough. So Celtic need a goalkeeper as soon as possible, and I think they need it in time for Hearts. I don't think Celtic can play any more games with those two goalkeeping options. Even if it was the sake of, I said earlier in the transfer window, Marciano would have been a better option. Obviously he's gone to Feyenoord now. Siegrist, these goalkeepers, I think would be a better option than the options they got now. They don't have to pull out a massive name, but they just need a new goalkeeper that is better than them two, just to get started with the season. The next, obviously, position is left back. For me, Greg Taylor at Kilmarnock was a really young, bright player, but I think Celtic haven't been able to fill this void in left back since Kieran Tierney left. I think Laxalt was he showed glimpses of quality, but very inconsistent. Obviously, Celtic chose not to sign him, but I equally don't think that Greg Taylor is good enough to be the Celtic first left back. Going forward, makes a few mistakes, gives the ball away a lot, and that's going to cost them. It's not the main cause of concern. in the defence that we're going to be talking about, but that still needs to be addressed as well. A left back for Celtic. The next one's the centre-back. I think, obviously, Celtic have signed Cole Stolfelt. Not sure when he's going to be able to play. I think he's in a quarantine at the time of recording this video. But, you know, it's early days. Don't know what Cole Stolfelt like. He might be a world beater. He might be horrendous. You don't know. But I think Celtic still need to strengthen in the back there again and get another centre-back in. Stephen Welsh looks good from what I've seen in pre-season. You know, young, but he's playing for the jersey. He hasn't made really any mistakes, to be honest. He's really filled into the shirt. He's looking pretty good at centre-back. But again, I think Celtic need another centre-back to go with Carl Starfelt and Stephen Welsh, as I don't think Nir Beaton should be anywhere near that back line for Celtic. Again, one of the more experienced players loses his head in the game against Midtjylland and could have cost Celtic the game, if it was another day. And I don't think he's good enough to win Celtic a title playing as a centre-back. Again, with the younger options that I've seen was Murray. His young experience, giving the ball away. Look, you can't blame the player. It was his first game. He's thrusted in there in a competitive match because Celtic don't have any centre-backs. But that just shows that they need more centre-backs and they need to make them signings very, very quickly, especially now Aya is out of the door. Moving on to the next issue for Celtic is right-back position. Again, Ralston... again, he was at fault for one of the goals against West Ham, and again, I don't think he's good enough to win a title. You've seen how proven effective in Rangers that Barisic and Tavernier are, especially for the method that Ange Postecoglou's going for. You know, the fullbacks are a part of the build-up play as well, and not even fullbacks, they're wingbacks. They play as a wingback with Ange Postecoglou, so it's quality. You see how many assists and goal creations that Barisic and Tavernier equal offer. Greg Taylor, I can't see that doing, and I can't see Ralston doing it either. So they need more quality in that right back position as well. I know there was a link to Soppy as well, but Celtic need to make a move on with that defensive line. So that is the negatives there. They need to sort that 5 sort of positions out, or 4 positions out, and get 4 or 5 players in them areas. As I said, attacking, they don't look bad at all. Celtic don't look bad, but the defence need to be sorted out. And I think you'd be taking any more risks if you're going to start the season with that back line, because Hearts, I don't care if they've just came up from the Premiership. You know, in the year they got relegated, they proved really good against Rangers. Won 2 games against Rangers in that time when they went down and got relegated. And Tynecastle's a hostile place. They will always put it on for the old firm. Fans are back in the stadium. No away fans. So it's going to be a hard place to go there for Celtic. And some of the inexperienced players there that don't know what Hearts is all about, they need to get them players in the door quickly as possible. And yeah, guys, that is the end of the video. If you think there's any more areas that Celtic need to improve on, let me know. As I say, it's a big job. It is a big job. I know there's a lot of Celtic fans that subscribe to the channel that think, well, dead certain that Celtic are going to win the league this year, but that area needs to be sorted ASAP. And I think it's even too late. It should have been sorted months ago, a month ago at least. As soon as he came in the door, them signings should have been addressed there. But I think it's always down to the Celtic board not wanting to spend money. We've seen it with John McGinn. We've seen it with loads of players over time. It's just that penny pinching and being cheap. And that is the price you get for it. In the selling department, the Celtic board have been great, but they need to get the players and they need to back their manager, because it could get and could become costly very, very quickly, especially if they get off to a bad start to the season. And Rangers, as I say, looking good. They are looking good, and they're going to go against Livingston with full of confidence. And if Celtic drop points on that first day, then it could be a slippery slope from there. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for more Scottish football content. Yeah, we'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Peace.